Hi and welcome to today's session. Today we will be discussing about non-disjunction. In the previous sessions, we have gone through the structural aberrations of chromosome and hope you are clear with that. The next section is about numerical aberration. So before going into the numerical aberration, we must be clear about non-disjunction. What is non-disjunction? So this video will be helping you to clear about this phenomenon. So numerical aberrations, it is actually we also call it as ploidy changes. So the reason for ploidy changes to occur is non-disjunction. So what is numerical aberration or ploidy changes? Ploidy changes is the change in the basic set of chromosome, or it may be the change in a number of chromosome. The entire chromosome number may be changed, it may be multiplied, or it may be happening that the number of chromosome differs by one or a few in number. In either cases, the reason for ploidy change or change in chromosome number is non-disjunction. See, this figure explains about non-disjunction. Here you can see this is a cell in metaphase and this is a cell in anaphase. This is a cell in the anaphase of cell division. So here during the metaphase, all the chromosomes line up in the equatorial plane and spindle fibers attach to the kinetochore of each chromosome, and in the next phase, that is anaphase, these chromosomes will be separated. The sister chromatids will be separated to opposite poles. See here, the sister chromatids are taken away from each other. They move to the opposite poles, right? But see this red colored chromosome here. This chromosome is, its sister chromatids are not being separated. The whole chromosome is being pushed towards one pole and the other pole is it is not having any representative there. So what happens is when this cell divides to form two daughter cell after cytokinesis, what happens? A cell with one daughter cell will be receiving chromosome, two sister chromatids from this and one whole chromosome here, while the other representative or the other daughter cell will be having only two chromosome number and one chromosome will be missing in that case. So this is non-disjunction. See here, so in case of meiosis, if non-disjunction occurs in meiosis 1, then what happens there? During the anaphase of meiosis 1, the separation is of homologous chromosomes. Homologous chromosomes are being separated during meiosis 1. If non-disjunction occurs in that case, what happens? Both of these homologous chromosomes will move to one side and one daughter cell will be receiving both the representatives, or both the homologous chromosomes will be present in one cell, while the other daughter cell will be having only 3 chromosome number, as in this case. Here the total chromosome number is 4, but here it is 3 only because an additional member is present here. Here one member is missing, right? So in case of meiosis 1, if non-disjunction occurs in meiosis 1, there the separation of homologous chromosome does not take place and both the homologous chromosome will be moving on to the one daughter cell and the other daughter cell will be having missing chromosome. And when meiosis 2, if non-disjunction occurs in meiosis 2, during meiosis 2, that is the anaphase of meiosis 2, there the separation of sister chromatids are taking place. During meiosis 1, anaphase of meiosis 1, there separation of homologous chromosomes takes place, and during meiosis 2, their sister chromatids are being separated. So if at this stage non-disjunction occurs, then both of these sister chromatids will be going on to the one daughter cell. The other daughter cell will not be receiving any representative of this chromosome. So see, the result is seen here. Here the orange colored chromosome, both the sister chromatids are located in one daughter cell. The other daughter cell is not having any representative of this orange colored chromosome. And if non-disjunction occurs in mitotic division, during mitotic division, it is the same as meiosis 2. In mitotic division also, the sister chromatids are separated during anaphase. So if non-disjunction occurs, both the sister chromatids move to one of the daughter cells, and one daughter cell will be receiving both the sister chromatids of this orange colored, while the other daughter cell will not be having the representative. The orange colored chromosome is not present here. So this is how non-disjunction occurs. So see what happens. Both these daughter cells are formed from the same parent cell, but the chromosome numbers are different in each of these cases because of non-disjunction. So hope you are clear.